with any dog that I'm going to be training, pet dog, working dog, whatever, before I actually teach any behaviors, I want to maximize the expression of the drive that they have for anything that I intend to reinforce them with. And so, rather than like the timeline kind of looks like this, like whether if it's food, for example, I want you to make sure that you're taking food in a way that is going to resemble the drive and enthusiasm with which I would want a behavior that you'll do in order to earn that food, right? So I want dogs running in and eating the food fast rather than just kind of meandering over. So I'll spend time doing that. The same as with the gameplay and the toys and target and all that kind of stuff. I first have to teach the dog how to do that, and as I said before, like, find out what winning looks like to the dog, what spins your dial in this, and then I'll provide that. I'll let you do, not only will I let you do that, but I'll replicate that so that you can tell when I've won, because you'll identify it in me. And we build as much power and intensity for those reinforcers as I can, but I do that before they're reinforcers. So they're not actually a reinforcer at this point. It's something the dog's getting for free, right? I'm not using it to reinforce anything. I mean, technically I am, because what I am reinforcing is drive expression, and then they get what they're getting. So I'm building that. And the definition of reinforcement is to increase the frequency and likelihood. So when the dog shows me good intensity, I'm increasing the frequency and likelihood of that, of good intensity with the food or the toy or whatever it is I'm reinforcing the dog with. Then when I've got that somewhere where I want it, pretty close to where I want it, that's where the marker comes in, right? So now I go like, okay, here's a signal that announces the availability of that reinforcer, right? And now I'm actually ready to train the dog, right? And I think too many people and too much, they get straight to like, sit down, stand, and here's the little monkey drills, and I'm teaching you to do these things, and you have to, in order to earn what I have, you have to do these things. And sometimes that works fine, of course, when the dog is naturally loaded and obsessed with those things. But when the dog is like, when you go, hey, I need you to sit, or I need you to go around this cone and perform like what is for a puppy quite a complex task in order to earn this game, the dog goes, I don't really want that game anyway, right? Like, so now training is like obligatory, and I've got to go through this. And now we then start using too much pressure on young dogs, because we're like, no, fucking do it in order to earn this reinforcer you don't want, right? So spend as long as you need to developing ways to reinforce the dog for free, and you get them on the hook, and then you go like, oh, actually, now you have to earn those things, right? They're no longer free. Now that you love them, now that you're obsessed with them, now that it's your favorite thing in the world to do, now you have to earn them in order to hear the marker, which makes them available, right? And that's dog training. That's how you train dogs.